Southampton, and why? How would you react if your son was about to achieve immortality in his chosen profession, and do it on Father's Day, no less? Would you curl into a fetal position and hyperventilate? Chew your fingernails into 10 bloody stumps? Pace back and forth until you burrowed a deep trench in the ground? Bob Koepka clapped his hands exactly 9 times. He was sitting in the fescue near the 18th green at Shinnecock Hills, just a few feet from where his son, Brooks, needed only an easy 2-putt bogey to win a second straight U.S. Open championship. All around him, the rowdy New York golf fans were hooting and hollering and yelling out random things, but the father barely moved. Then, when the final putt fell and the crowd roared, he rose to his feet, brushed the grass off his white shorts and waited patiently for his turn to get a celebratory hug. You want to know where Brooks Koepka gets his nerves of steel? How he was able to handle a wacky 4 days of golf on eastern Long Island that had left many of his top rivals beaten and bickering? I have the answer. It runs in the family. I'm overwhelmed right now, Bob Koepka said as he followed his son toward the Shinnecock clubhouse, but he certainly didn't look like it. The first time was amazing. I'm speechless because back-to-back hasn't been done in 30 years. It's amazing. His eyes were a little moist behind his dark sunglasses, but for the most part, he looked more like a man who had gone for a nice long walk than one who saw his son do something no golfer had done since Curtis Strange won back-to-back titles in 1988 and 1989. Brooks Koepka may have won again, but the only thing similar about the two victories is the shiny silver trophy. 1 year ago, at Erin Hills, Koepka blew away the field with a record-tying 16-under par finish. This time, at windswept Shinnecock, he needed to grind out a one-shot victory at 1 over on a course that was barely playable at times. Another difference, Bob Koepka and the rest of the family watched the win last year on TV. This time, Dad was walking step for step with his son around the course, seeing every clutch putt and par save up close. He told me last year, "This is the best Father's Day present ever," Bob Koepka said. And I said, "It is." Until next year, I'm going to say the same thing again. 2 years in a row, I haven't gotten him anything, Brooks Koepka said with a smile. Next year, I'm not going to get him anything, either. It might bring some good luck. Koepka learned more than just how to play golf from his father. He also was taught the value of patience and perspective. When he was good enough to make the high school team as a 6th grader, the brash 12-year-old made an announcement as the family drove back from his first 9-hole match. He was going to quit school and turn pro. I played Augusta and it wasn't pretty. The kid had just hit a driver off every tee but still managed to beat much older and stronger kids. Still, Bob Koepka, his face 3 different shades of red, immediately pulled the car to the side of the road. "Let me just tell you something, son. You're going to finish high school, you're going to go to college, and after that, if you're good enough, then you can turn pro," the father said. He certainly was good enough, ending his father's streak of 5 consecutive club championships at Sherbrooke Golf and Country Club in Lake Worth, Florida, when he was just 13. He knew his son was a prodigy, but he made sure not to treat him like one. Maybe it was those lessons that helped him make the steady climb in the sport, from his college golf at Florida State to the Challenge Tour and the European Tour, before finally reaching as a PGA Tour. For years, he was the guy that other players called underrated. Well, forget that label now and forever. Only 24 men have won multiple U.S. Opens, and only 6 have more than the pair Koepka now has on his resume. He made it clear on Sunday night that he expects more, too. "I can really appreciate how hard it is to win a major, and to win back-to-back is special, and my second major, it's cool," he said. "Hopefully, there will be a few more." His father wasn't thinking that far ahead. Bob Koepka walked up the 18th fairway, allowing himself to high-five a fan, then asked the USGA official for clearance. When he reached the green, "How close can I go?" "As close as you want." He settled in that spot in the fescue, where he clapped 9 times and watched his son make history. Brooks Koepka was about as cool as an athlete could be under pressure at Shinnecock Hills, and watching his father take in the moment, it was easy to understand why. Steve Politi may be reached at politi@advancemedia.com. Follow him on Twitter at Steve Politi. Find NJ.com on Facebook.